want to be able to prove to you and with you over time that this isn't about a one-time day. And that's one of the reasons why, is because the ability that you and I have to continue learning after today exists in ways that it never did before. I now have an expectation when I go to a conference or listen to anybody, watch somebody online, read their book, I have an expectation that I will be able to continue learning with them after the fact. There's nothing that sort of makes me more excited than when somebody a month later, a year later, a week later sends me something and says, hey, I was kind of playing with this, look at this. I mean, that's just, to me, that's why we do the stuff we do. The whole shift that we have today to be in what we call a maker culture. I like that term. We live in a maker culture society, that we can make things. We can do the kinds of things. I mean, the things that we are capable of doing with this device and with those devices that just weren't possible 10 years ago, look, maybe 5 years ago in some respects, some of the things that we're able to create today weren't possible. We ourselves sometimes, teachers are humbled to a fault most of the time, and they don't think that what they're doing is great. They don't think, well, I can't say that I did this, because that would be bragging. As teachers, we don't do those kinds of things. But sometimes shifting our role into, I'm going to tell somebody else's story, because they need to tell me. That story needs to be told. We have to move beyond text as the only way that we think of how we tell stories. We do this already. I mean, oral storytelling has been the tradition, and it's really still a primary way in which we tell stories, is we talk and we share them that way. And that's still important. Thinking about what we do with that now, I think, is interesting as well. And I guess I'm thinking about, if we don't sort of get this, I would say that we are verging on educational malpractice. I think we need to think about what that means and how that works. And all of this stuff, too, isn't just about the fact that we can do it. There are biological reasons why we do that we do process images 60,000 times faster than text. But sometimes images and visuals are just better at telling a story and making us go beyond, because now I want to know more about that kid. I want to know a lot more about that kid. Sometimes words aren't even necessary. But now taking what you know about good story, good writing, good everything, and applying it to these new forms is something that's where we're kind of wrapping our head around, thinking about that. So I really encourage people who say, well, I've been teaching for this long, I've been teaching language arts, I learned, went to school in the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. We never had this stuff around. It's not all for loss, because some of that stuff is still there. It's just applying it in these new forms and these new places.